I'm here today to talk to you about a monster. According to the National Geographic Society, this monster rose up out of the ocean in 1997. It had more power than 10 million Hiroshima bombs. By the time it was done, 2,000 people were dead, and over $33 billion in damage was done. This monster was not Godzilla. This monster was El Nino. And according to the experts, this year has a good potential to have an adverse effect on North Carolina because of El Nino. Now, what is El Nino, you may ask? Well, I'm here to tell you what El Nino is, where it occurs. I'm going to explain to you some history in North Carolina from El Nino events, and then I'm going to explain what you can do to better prepare yourselves for the coming year. Now, first off, what is El Nino? El Nino is the abnormal warming of the waters in the Pacific Ocean. This according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Notice the size on this map of the yellow area. This is El Nino. This is the warmer than normal water. Notice the size. It's 4 times larger than Canada. It has worldwide effect. Now, El Nino gets its name from South American fishermen who noticed the warming of the water around Christmas time, and they call it the child, or the Christ child. So, El Nino, you can see, has large influences on the ocean water, but what about the land? This map shows you where the influences are on the continents. Notice Australia and Indonesia, for instance, are drier and warmer than normal. This is due to an El Nino effect. This may not mean much to you, but to people in Australia, this warmer and drier than normal conditions lead to major wildfires. In Indonesia, it shuts off the monsoon, which is the seasonal rainy season. Notice again in South Africa, here in South America, in the Amazon basin, the rain's shut off. This has major influences on the people and the cultures of the area who depend on these rainy seasons for crops. So it causes great loss of food products and money, which also leads to loss of life. Pay special attention here in North America. Notice the southern states. They're wetter and colder than normal. This has a direct influence on you and I here in North Carolina. FEMA has put out statistics for North Carolina for the major disaster declarations that we've had. They coincide with El Nino years. For instance, in 2002, there was a major ice storm here in North Carolina that cut power to half the state. Some people were without power for up to 3 weeks. This, accompanied with other abnormal conditions, create major hardships. The very same year, there was a major tornado outbreak here. Again, in 1995 and in 1998, there was a major tornado outbreak. Experts say that tornadoes here in North Carolina are made stronger by the El Nino effect. It not only does tornadoes and ice storms, but just major storms in general. In 1995 and 96, there was a major blizzard that happened off the coast of North Carolina and went up the entire eastern seaboard and dumped feet of snow. This is all due to the effects of El Nino. Now, I'm not telling you all this to scare you. I am telling it to you so that you'll be better prepared for the possibilities of an El Nino year that may be severe. And there's things that you can do to safeguard yourselves. First off, take a walk around your home. Make sure there's no large trees hanging, threatening to fall because ice or wind could bring them down. Make sure that your homeowner's insurance is paid up. And also make sure there's a flood policy because most homeowners insurance does not have a flood policy. Another thing you can do is make sure that you have supplies. Water, canned food, an emergency heat source. Again, in 2002, some people were weeks without power and it was cold. I can tell you that. Another thing that you can do that can definitely save your life is this device right here. This is a weather radio. Now, if the conditions get bad while you're sleeping at nighttime, a tornado is on its way, these go off with an alarm to alert you when you're asleep. So it can save lives, and it has saved lives. Again, the experts are predicting that this year could be an especially bad El Nino event for us here in North Carolina. And I hope you take what I've said here to heart and do get prepared, because the time is now to prepare. Don't wait until it's already happening. Thank you.